Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for episode 10 of season 1 of Blindspot, Evil Handmade Instrument. So yeah, now, very fast, although this is going to be a review for episode 10, I'll also be giving my quick thoughts on episodes through number 2 through 9. I've already done a review for the pilot episode when it first came out, so annotations are here for those who want to check it out. And yeah, I really wanted to watch this on a weekly basis, but The Flash came out, Arrow came out, what else came out? A Flash, Arrow, Gotham came out, The Walking Dead came out. Everything kind of just came out again at the same time, and I'm like, let me just watch this. Maybe binge watch this another day. And Marathon came out, so yeah. Before I begin, 10-second spoiler warning for those who have yet to actually watch the first 10 episodes of season 1. I'm gonna be giving my quick thoughts on episodes 1, just to give a quick refresh on episode 1, and then continue on from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Although this will be dominantly an episode 10 review, I'm also going to be giving my quick thoughts on the rest of the episodes. So yeah, 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch Blindspot season 1 episodes 1 through 10, predominantly episode 10, Evil Handmade Instrument, because this is what the main review is going to be about. But for those who have yet to actually watch any of the other Blindspot episodes and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never give you a fair warning, because as usual I did. So yeah, for episode 2, Straight Owl. Quick thoughts on that. That was a great follow up to the pilot episode. Yeah, basically, whistleblowers, that type of stuff. They're trying to find this guy who's sending drones out to kill people. I thought that was a great follow up, and I'll give that one an 8 out of 10. Episode 3, 8 Slim Grins. Basically, in this episode, they basically try to figure out who Jane Doe is. Try to basically figure out her identity. They also find a clue with this guy called Saw Guerrero. Pretty good episode, and yeah, it's a pretty decent episode in my opinion. 7.5 out of 10. Episode 4, Bone May Rot. Basically, you have the kind of confirmation in a sense who Jane Doe may possibly be. And she may possibly be Taylor Shaw, who is a childhood friend of Kurt Weller, which is one of our other main protagonists. And throughout the episode, they're trying to find this CDC lady, or one of the managers from the CDC, who may be trying to spread this really deadly virus, which has like a mix of the SARS, Ebola, typhoid, and a really contagious flu and whatever. And I gave that one a 7 out of 10. So that's episode 4, Bone May Rot. Episode 5, Split the Law. Really similar to episode 4 in my opinion. It's like the same thing, only instead of a virus, it's like a radioactive thing. I'm not even shitting you. It's episode 4 and 5 seem like the biggest cop-outs of the season in my opinion, because they're basically the same plot. Only one of them is with a virus, and this one's with radioactive material. So I'm also going to give that one a 7 out of 10. Episode 6, Cede Your Soul. They're tracking down this hacker who made this app in the deep web, and basically in this deep web app, they're able to track every single government vehicle that belongs to from the FBI, CIA, NSA, or whatever, any political organization. Interesting episode. Interesting. 7 out of 10 for that one. Episode 7, Sent on Tour. Basically, it's found out who Saw Guerrero is. They actually track him down, or kind of. Yeah, let's see. What was this again? Oh yeah, we find out of this operation called Daybreak. Sorry, kind of blinked out. We have this operation called Daybreak, which we finally hear of. Pretty interesting throughout the thing. We have Patterson, who's the blonde chick. She and her boyfriend are trying to like crack the codes, the tattoo codes, more or less. Pretty interesting, and yeah, pretty interesting. They have you're trying to get this Guerrero guy back to the FBI. That's some pretty great action scenes. I don't know, I'm blinking out for some reason. And yeah, so episode 7, Sent on Tour, 8 out of 10. Now episode 8, Persecute Envoys, and Envoys, I believe that's how you say it. We basically get a bit more of this daybreak, or yeah, daylight operation. We get to find out a bit more of it, to be honest, and yeah, it's basically we find out a bit more of daybreak, how it's affecting the group as of now, and how Saul Guerrero is also affecting the group as of now, with the CI now that he's in prison. And then the main story is you have some NYPD officers are being killed off one by one. Pretty interesting episode. 7 out of 10 for that one, I'd have to say. Episode 9, episode 9, authentic flirt. You basically have Weller and Jane Doe. They basically go to this fancy ass mansion and pretend to be assassins, which technically they are since they're FBI. I mean, this Weller technically is the FBI agent. The Jane Doe is more of a consultant, but whatever. And what was I gonna say? They basically pretend to be assassins, and they're trying to get this list of 200. I believe it's like 200 or 2,000 people. It's either 2,000 people or 200 people. I forget which one of the two numbers. And it's basically who people of interest that are under witness protection programs, and people that could be killed in the future, etc., etc., etc. Great action scene as usual, and 8 out of 10. Now episode 10, evil handmade instruments. So yeah, okay, yeah, but yeah, okay. Let me just get through this one because this was probably the as I said, probably the best episode since pilot. Really didn't. I'm gonna be honest. I really fucking enjoyed this episode. The biggest takeaway from this is the fact that Jane Doe planned all of these events from the very beginning, from the very start. She planned her. She planned her kidnapping. Apparently, not her kidnapping, but she planned what was gonna happen to her after a while. She more or less planned what was going to happen to her, how she was going to end up in the middle of Times Square. She planned her memory loss, her extensive memory loss, and how she basically orchestrated everything. Like every fucking thing. How she orchestrated everything. So, yeah. Okay, I know this video is going on 7-8 minutes by now, so I'm not going to be doing a full review of episode 10. If you really want to see it, you do another video of it. Maybe I'll do another video of it another time. But yeah, best episode, or second best, because the pilot was actually really strong in my opinion. And I really did like episode 2, to be honest. But I'd have to say this is probably the best episode because it's such a shocker. Like, you didn't really expect her to be the one who plans this out. You thought, Orion and whatever. Or what could Orion mean? We saw that all the way back in episode 3 or 4, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, and we've also been having like the not sexual tension, more like a romantic tension between Weller and Jane Doe, and it's just like at the end of the episode they kiss right before she's kidnapped by Carter. They kiss, so it's kind of a pretty decent conclusion to that first part of their love story. See where it goes on from there. So yeah, I really did like it, and the fact that Carter died. Carter was the most annoying aspect of the show, in my opinion. He was like a cartoon. And I know where he comes from. He's like CIA. He's like, well, I gotta protect myself. I need to protect my people, etc., etc., etc. But he came up as such a cartoon and such annoying. I thought they could have written his character better. So that's why I'm really happy they killed him off. So yeah, episode 10, Evil Handmade Instruments. I give it a 9 out of 10. Really fantastic episode, and yeah, it's basically my thoughts. If you guys want to see other videos similar to this, I've done this with a few with my comic book reviews, where I just review a bunch of issues. If you guys want to see the same thing, the same format for my TV show reviews, I could do it for Arrow, The Flash, Gotham, Supergirl, or Superwoman, or whatever it's called. I'm not gonna do it for The Walking Dead. That one's for sure I'm gonna be doing on a weekly basis. But if you want me, it's either that or like season reviews as a whole. So yeah, I mean, the next time you see a Blindspot review, it's probably gonna be the season finale or just either the season premiere. Actually, it'll probably be the season premiere, then the season finale, or every episode leading up to the season finale, plus the season finale, and then maybe the series review or some shit like that. So yeah, I'll probably do the same shit for Limitless, because again, another show I really like the pilot, but I haven't been able to watch since. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Blindspot? Have you been watching it? What are your thoughts on it? It's apparently one of the best received shows from the new shows from the last couple months, from like the last 6 months more or less. from like August to December of last year. It's one of the best received shows from that time, from around that time. So yeah, and it really is well deserved. I mean, aside from the fact that episode 4 and 5 are basically direct knockoffs of each other. Someone's trying to spread this virus or disease or whatever to a big population. I thought it was a kind of a cop out for both episodes. Aside from that small complaint, and maybe Carter being a bit of a cartoon from time to time, a lot of times he was a CIA director. I really did think they explored the characters well. I thought it was extremely well written. The action is just white knuckle for half the time, and it is extremely well, especially the one in episode 7. I think that one had the best action because they're just out in the woods and they're just shooting each other. I think the episode with probably the best action sequences, in my opinion, is just incredible. And yeah, that's basically my thoughts for episodes 2 through 10. If you guys want to see my review of the pilot here, and if you guys want to see my next Blindspot review, once I eventually post it, it'll be somewhere here. So yeah, it's basically it for now. Subscribe if not already subscribed. Comment down below on your thoughts on Blindspot. Have you liked this series or not? Up until now, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or what you guys prefer. Again, the ratings all down below for those who want to check it out. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.